Yay Networks.
Welcome to another episode of the A Sandwich and Some Lovin' podcast. I'm Kellie Raspberry Evans, and this is my husband, otherwise known as the Grinch, Allen Evans.
Hello, Alan. Hey, Train in the house. Not a Grinch. I'm
Sort of a Grinch.
Nope. I'm whistling freaking jingle bells out of my rear end.
Less
right?
Grinchy than you were last year, but not much.
That's true.
This year, at least, we're going to get to it. We're getting the halls decked with boughs of holly, sort of. We're going ahead and getting Christmas set up because other people in my neighborhood have jumped the gun early. And last year we didn't do anything hardly, but we're on it. That's what we did all day today. And we're going to get to the drama behind decorating for Christmas.
Every year, Kelly gives me it's kind of like the passive-aggressive clapback. She looks at me
I'm
real...
never passive-aggressive.
She looks
I'm
at
always
me,
aggressive.
She looks at me real disgustedly and she says, I thought when we got married, you were going to be Mr. Christmas.
I did think that.
Every year she says the same thing.
I did because it's like pulling teeth.
And I said, babe, I've never enjoyed putting up Christmas decorations.
But I just thought, when I walked into your apartment and it was so meticulously decorated and you make ornaments with your kids every year and you were in an apartment, so you didn't have a chance to get out and string lights along the rooftop and put up inflatable Santa Clauses in the yard. I just figured you were going to be that guy. You were going to be like, was it the Griswolds or something? Is that their name? From Family Christmas Vacation or whatever.
Well, you know what?
Anyway.
You know what this guy built today? A frickin' 12-foot moose that we have in front of our house, okay?
We'll get to all of that.
A lighted moose.
We'll get to all of that. We're also going to get to some NextDoor app drama. Speaking of neighbors and neighborhoods and everybody getting all decorated for the holidays early, which I love. I've been trying to get Alan on the NextDoor app, and he just won't. So I'm going to tell him, just like I tell you guys, what's going on in our neighborhood.
This is another thing I get misrepresented on, and I'm here to call out fake news, okay? Fake news that I won't get on the NextDoor app.
Do you have it on your phone?
The news is reporting that Alan won't get on the NextDoor app.
Is it on your phone?
That's not true.
Is it on your phone?
I just haven't done it. It's not that I refuse.
You won't do it.
It's just that I see no reason to. I need good reason to do it.
That's why I say you refuse.
Well, no, I haven't refused. I just
What
need
am
a
I
good.
saying that's wrong?
I need a good reason to do it.
I tell you, it's so much fun drama on there and some helpful stuff. When Alan needs to get rid of crap in the house, I say he wants to haul it to the dump. I say, wait,
now that
give
is
me a minute.
true.
Give me a minute. Let me put it on the NextDoor app, and it's gone.
That is
within
true.
30 minutes. It's gone. I was like, first come, first serve. Come get it, and they come.
If we have some old beat down furniture, man, I'll tell Kelly, throw that on the NextDoor app. That thing is gone.
And I got
in 45 minutes.
And I got some really they're kind of inexpensive. When I saw them in person, they weren't what I had hoped, but they're still cool. I got a couple of Japanese prints that we're going to put above the bar. You like those, right? Those two I have.
Yeah,
in the front room.
I do.
It's more of like it's literally a print.
They're Asian.
Yeah, I wish it had some more like texture to it, but it's okay.
How do you know they're Japanese?
Because there are two Japanese ladies on them.
How do you know they're Japanese?
Because they're dressed in Japanese garb.
How do you know it's not Chinese?
What are you saying?
I'm
Alan?
just asking.
Why are you trying to make trouble where nobody's even questioning that?
I want to be clear. I want to be clear.
Oh my God. And then we're going to talk about Alan and I finally sat down to watch The Social Dilemma. We may or may not be the last person to watch it, but now that we have watched it, we want to talk about it.
The world is ending because of the cell phone, basically.
Basically, we're heading to
Armageddon.
Well, at least Civil War.
Yeah.
Is going to be
that
ugly.
Too.
So we're going to get to all that and what can we, once you've given your kids all this access to, the internet and apps and stuff, how do you pull it back?
You can't.
It's hard.
Because they're addicted.
Right? It's hard. But we're going to get to all that. I might need to talk to somebody about this because obviously I can't talk to my husband. He drives me nuts. But when I need professional help.
I'll drive you nuts.
if my happiness is being affected by my environment, and you all know what I'm talking about, I want to tell you about BetterHelp. And this
BetterHelp.
Now I'm being serious, okay?
Yes.
BetterHelp, it can assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. And in these times when we're doing more and more at home, yes, you can have therapy at home. Connect in a safe, private, online environment. It is so convenient. You can start communicating with a therapist in under 24 hours. Now, this is not self-help. This is professional counseling. If, you don't have to worry about their office hours either, because you can send a message to your counselor anytime. You get timely, thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, whatever you're more comfortable with. And you don't have to ever sit in a waiting room, drive through traffic to get there on time, and we're always running late. You know how stressful that is. And they don't care if you're 15 minutes late. They're going to start without you, right? That clock is ticking. But BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches, so they make it easy and free to change counselors if you need to, because sometimes it's just not the right fit. So what are you dealing with? Are you depressed, stressed? Are you having some relationship issues, trouble sleeping, LGBT matters, grief, self-esteem issues? Anything you need help with, BetterHelp can help you, and whatever you share is confidential.
Yep. And Kelly and I want you to start living a happier life today. So as one of our listeners, you'll get 10% off your first month by visiting BetterHelp at betterhelp.com/sandwich. Join over 1 million people who have taken charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/sandwich.
Thank you for sponsoring a sandwich and some love and BetterHelp. All right, let's talk Christmas. This might be why I need to call BetterHelp after this podcast. So last year, Alan neither one of us was in the mood to really go gung-ho on Christmas last year. Didn't put
Last year?
Yeah, last year. Oh, this year, same? We're a little bit more in the mood.
It's before Thanksgiving and you got a freaking lighted elk in the front yard.
Hear him? Frickin'. This is what I'm dealing with. So last year,
out there fighting that thing in 90-degree weather.
We opened the front door and whoom, it's like you're standing in the middle of Times Square at night. Every one of our neighbors in our little cul-de-sac is lit up. I want to say like a Christmas tree. Let's stick with like Times Square at New Year's Eve. It is crazy. And our yard, we had the yard light turned on. That was our Christmas lights last year outside.
Are our listeners practicing one-upsmanship?
I don't know why.
Well, because they have these big things and they get bigger every year. Are they practicing one-upsmanship?
Well, I can't really ask them right now. They're listening. You can write us later.
Asking.
But, so anyway, Alan, the year before, okay, that was Christmas 2019. 2018, we went and got, Alan's like, we're going to do this. We're going to start this real beautiful yard collection. And we started with deer. Mm-hmm. We even have some, they moved there. Man, this is the slowest motion deer. You got to stand there for a minute if you want to see it. Mm-hmm. But it kind of moves up and down.
They're feeding.
And the other one kind of turns his head from side to side.
He's looking.
It's the slowest thing ever, but it's still cool. They're lit up, and we have one giant one. You've probably seen it at Home Depot. It's the white one with the brown antlers, and the other two that move real slow are brown. So anyway, that was our yard art in 2018. 2019, we turned on the front porch light. Merry Christmas!
I tell you what, it was Christmas as much as it was in 2018. It was Christmas. Christmas wasn't canceled.
Christmas goes on with or without us, as we have observed.
Exactly. Christmas wasn't canceled because the kid didn't put lights out.
Here's another thing about Christmas 2019. When I met Alan and married Alan, I lived in a house that had soaring ceilings in the front room.
Dime.
A lot of people have big ceilings.
Dime.
A lot of people have big ceilings. How's that a dime when I say a lot of people?
A lot of people do.
Oh, my God. So anyway, you want your tree to be in the front room usually so you can see it from the street. Well, because I had this big room, if I had a little dinky tree, the room swallowed it up. So I got this big, full, lush 9-footer. I got it on sale after Christmas, like half price. I had to drive to 3 different Dillards to get it. I put a lot of effort into getting this tree, and it was massive, and I loved it. So we moved to the house that I had to move in after I married Allen. I didn't have to, but in the house with Allen. This house is big. There is nowhere to put a tree in this house.
It's an odd shape. Yeah, it's got odd. It's a great house.
It's a great house.
I love this house. I love it. I don't want to leave this house. But if you're looking for a place to put up a Christmas tree,
there's nowhere to put a tree.
There's nowhere to put it.
You'd have to move a sofa to put up a tree.
Okay, but herein lies the rub. There isn't a square foot in this house that's not occupied by some gigantic, robust, oversized, imposing piece of furniture.
True. That's not true.
That's a raspberry thing.
Because right there in the foyer, in front of the big window, there was nothing. And that's where I put the 9-foot, robust Christmas tree.
And nobody,
that was the only place to put it.
And nobody could walk from like the living room upstairs.
Right. You had to walk. You couldn't go through this little doorway to the entryway. You had to walk around through the dining area, which was fine. It's for a month of your life. And I had my big, beautiful tree. But then,
real fat.
It's
one of those big fat ass trees. It's not a pencil tree.
No,
it's a
robust.
It's like a freaking triangle, like an isosceles triangle.
And where it was positioned in front of this great
an equilateral triangle.
I don't know.
Sorry,
equilateral. I wasn't going to correct you because I don't even know.
Equilateral.
So where it was positioned, it was also butted up against the door that houses all of our jackets and the vacuum cleaner and all that stuff.
Yes.
So you could just forget about wearing a winter coat or vacuuming for the month of December because we couldn't open the door to get in there. Not an ideal spot. So last year, Alan he was grumpy anyway. We had the front porch light on, this big fat tree he had to walk around. He said, I'm tired of this tree.
Yes.
I'm like, you've only had to live with it like 2 years, Alan. I love this tree. I spent a lot of money for this tree and it was half price. He said, we're getting a pencil tree.
Yes.
Just like I had in my apartment before I met you, Kelly.
A tall, skinny
and you
tree.
ruined Christmas. He didn't say that. So anyway, you want to hit the silent on that? So anyway, please. We get the pencil tree last Christmas, and we don't take it out of the box until this Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I decide where we're going to put the tree. Well, Alan says, no, that's not where it's going to go. He tells me it's going to go in this corner.
Well, because you wanted to put it in a hallway.
I wanted to put it in the middle of this. It's a big bank of windows. It would have been fine. He said, no.
Except when we're walking in the house.
So he stuck this pencil tree in a corner.
Yes.
And I don't think it was 7 foot tall. I think it was smaller. And it was so short, we had to find a box to put it on to make it a taller tree.
It needed more presence. It's kind of like Ariana Grande. She's got to do her hair up and she's got to wear 6-inch heels or she's going to look like a shrimp.
Our tree needed 6-inch heels.
Our tree looked like a shrimp.
It was so small.
And we needed a big star on the top.
And then all of those decorations that I've spent decades of my adulthood collecting, these are decorations meant for a big, robust tree, now look ridiculous on this skinny pencil tree.
And good dear listener, you have never seen a bigger freaking collection of gold pears, gold plastic pears than Kelly Raspberry Evans.
You have to have shatterproof because if they fall, they break.
I mean, what you got, 50 of them?
A dozen. Because I buy them in sets. They are the most beautiful. They're not crystals, but they've got like these little beads on them. They're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Because I used to do a tree in all golds and creams and burgundies before I had Emma Kelly. And then, I did my really elegant tree with gold angels and these cream and gold balls. And it was just beautiful. And then I had these glass ornaments like snowmen and little winter cottages and things like that. And did I say soldiers? And teddy bears dressed up like soldiers, like the ones you see in England. Beautiful, but they're breakable. Then I had Emma Kelly. So I had to get shatterproof ornaments. And then I wanted to get bright and pretty colors for her. So I've got all these beautiful classic ornaments. I've got all these real fun, whimsical ornaments. And then Alan comes into the relationship
with all the cool ornaments.
Alan's family always does Hallmark ornaments. And so he has a whole collection of Hallmark ornaments to mark years and occasions. And on top of that, you have a tradition you do every year with your family, your kids.
Oh, we build or make ornaments. It's kind of loosely based on what they were for Halloween. So one year they all dressed up as Star Wars characters. So I made felt Star Wars ornaments. One year they were Ninja Turtles. So we got green balls, and then, got the what do you call them? The little ribbon and buggy eyes you get from Michaels, and glued them on there and made some cute.
Not really hard. It's just,
no, they're not hard at all.
It.
Not hard at all. But yeah, that's kind of been our tradition. One year we made
Cowboys jerseys.
We made Cowboys jerseys. Another year we made
sports
balls. Yeah, different kinds of balls.
Because they were all in different team sports.
Yeah, we made like a tennis ball, a volleyball, football, soccer ball.
Yeah, I didn't get a ball that year. I think you just gave me a football because I like Troy Aikman.
Really?
I think. I don't know. Maybe I didn't even get a ball. I don't remember.
No, I don't think you got a ball.
We have 2 footballs. So one of them has to be mine, right?
I guess maybe one of them was yours. I don't know.
I'm sure the name.
Well, anyway, I have the kids sign the back of them, so we could tell that way.
I'll go look. So anyway, I've got those, handmade ornaments. I've got keepsake ornaments. It's just, ribbon and garland stuff. It's just a lot. And Alan, is coming down out of the attic and dropping it to me. I hit my head on one of the bins. I'm like, it's a miracle any marriage survives getting Christmas ornaments out of the attic in the garage. It really is.
Oh, true. Absolutely true.
So we survived it. And then today I spent the day decorating the tree and deciding what ornaments I'm going to get rid of.
If it took
it's been really hard.
Well, now let me just ask a practical question. This I mean no disrespect, or I'm not inferring anything.
You're about to infer something huge.
Huge. But if it took you 7-8 hours to put up and decorate that little pencil tree, that little tiny 6.5-foot pencil tree,
and go through all the ornaments I've collected for over 2 decades to decide what I'm parting with.
When you had that big fat ass 10-foot tree and your 96 gold glittery pears, how many days did it take you to put that up?
It didn't take me any time at all. I just slapped it all up there because I had a big tree. And I could put whatever I wanted on there. All of it could go up there. And now I've got to be selective.
I like the pencil tree.
Well, you know what? There's some battles I'm just not going to fight. And the pencil tree is not going to be one of them in 2020 because this is not the year I want to fight.
Not a hill you're going to die on.
But I'm not getting rid of my 9-foot robust tree. I am getting rid of a bunch of the ornaments, though, that I have not used in years.
No, we still have the fat ass tree. It's in the garage.
Yeah.
It's in a bag.
So we'll see.
It's in a big Christmas tree bag that it barely fits in.
Right. It's so big.
That thing is so
big.
Heavy.
It's a pain but you only have to do it once a year.
And that's too much.
Anyway. So
what's
the
the wreath situation? We got no wreath.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I hope this lady is listening to the podcast. It would be a Christmas miracle if she is. Somebody reached out to me. She DM'd me. And I get so many messages. I should have. I just do. It's not a dime. I just get a lot of messages. And I have like so many different accounts I have to keep track of.
Dime.
Stop it, Alan, with the dime stuff. It's not a dime. I'm just talking. I don't like that. Please stop.
But you got to understand, not everybody is inundated with DMs, and not everybody.
Well, why is that a dime?
Because it's
not a dime. I'm not bragging.
Because you're the exception.
I'm not bragging.
You're
implying I'm bragging.
That's the exception, not the rule.
Well, I'm not bragging. I'm just talking. Please
somebody
stop doing that.
Somebody sent me a DM today, and they sent me a picture of a dime, and they said, "I picked this dime up for Kelly."
Okay. Great. Okay, so everybody now knows, thanks to your constant reaffirmation, that I am a dime dropper.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So anyway, she slipped into my DMs and she said, I make wreaths and I would love to make a wreath for you. And they're beautiful wreaths. I said, I can't ask you to do that. I said, we have double front doors. I need 2 wreaths. I said, I'm happy to pay for these wreaths. She said, how about this? I will make you one and you buy one. I'm like, that's great. Now I can't find her message. Can't find it. I'm just going to have to sit down and take a few hours and go through every one of my DMs. I don't know if I moved it to a different folder. I don't know. Can't find it. What are you doing, Alan?
I was waiting for you to finish your story.
That was the end of my story.
Is that it?
Yeah, I can't find it to get the wreath lady.
Well, I thought we were going to buy one and she was going to give us one free or
That's
something.
what I just said. I can't find her.
Can you search on her name?
I don't remember her name.
Oh.
Hopefully she's listening to the podcast.
So she offered you a free wreath and you can't remember her name?
That's what I just said.
Okay. Well, we probably don't deserve one then.
I deserve a husband and a podcast partner who listens to me when I talk.
I'm just doing so much wrong tonight.
Well, what were you doing?
I'm trying to interact with our live studio audience. I'm trying to run the board. I'm trying to keep track of
running the board. You hit record.
I'm trying to keep track of all your whatever all this chicken scratch is.
Because I am producing, on top of everything else, I'm producing this show. But one night only. You can go back to doing it the next time. All right. So that's our Christmas drama. I'm sure every family has their own. If your marriage has survived it, congratulations. Christmas is going to last a little longer this year.
If there was
going to be a great one.
If there was a way you could just snap your fingers and then all the stuff be up. Hey, some of our neighbors, they pay to have their lights put up. Why don't we do that?
Because it's really expensive.
So just roll Evans out there to fight with that big moose for 3 hours.
They don't put up those. They put up house lights. So they trim the house and lights and the yard and the trees and stuff.
I think I'd rather get my ass up on a ladder doing that than fight that elk out there.
Make sure that life insurance is updated.
Okay. Okay. It's not like I haven't heard that a million times.
Hey, you want to get up on the roof? I'm 100% supportive. Just make sure the life insurance policy is updated. All right. So let me tell you about another lovely sponsor before we move on to the NextDoor neighbor app drama, which I love so much. You know, you can throw some bedding on a bunch of different mattresses and they will all look alike. And the same goes for pillows. They all look the same, right? But if you peel away the layers, you look at what's inside, you're going to see that all mattresses and pillows are not created equally. And that's what makes every purple pillow and mattress unlike anything you have ever slept on. You've seen the fun commercials on TV. I love them so much. The purple grid, it sets the purple mattress apart from every other mattress on the market, a patented comfort technology that instantly adapts to your body's natural shape and sleep style. But this is what I really love, especially with the hot flashes I may or may not have been experiencing lately. With over 1,800 open air channels designed to neutralize body heat, Purple provides a cooling effect that other mattresses simply cannot replicate. This is cutting edge technology, and it does not stop with the Purple mattress. Every Purple pillow is engineered with that grid, the grid, for total head and neck support and absolute airflow, so you're always on the cool side of the pillow. You're not having to flip it over all night. Purple's proprietary technology has been innovating comfort for over 15 years. We think it's really cool. They even send you a little sample size so you can play with it. Our son Dylan loves it so much he lets his little Star Wars figures sleep on it at night. It's super cool. You can try every Purple product risk-free with free shipping and returns. And Purple has financing available as low as 0% APR for qualified customers.
And you too can experience the Purple grid and you'll sleep like never before. Go to purple.com/sandwich10 and use promo code sandwich10. For a limited time, you'll get 10% off any order over $200 or more. That's purple.com/sandwich10, promo code sandwich10 for 10% off any order of $200 or more. Terms apply.
All right, you ready for the NextDoor drama?
Yeah, fill me in.
All right.
I'm interested.
Alan is interested, but not enough to get the app. That's why I'm here.
Right, you're right, because I refuse.
Absolutely refuses to get the NextDoor app. All right. So if you are not familiar with the NextDoor app, don't read. I want you to be surprised. Alan's so tempted to read. All right. So look, this is free fun and entertainment. And if you live in a neighborhood, even if you're in an apartment, you don't have to be like in a residential neighborhood. You can be in an apartment situation. They have the NextDoor app for wherever you live. You can expand it for, the neighboring neighborhoods or your immediate neighborhood, whatever. Now, when I was talking about the NextDoor app, somebody in South Carolina, what are you doing? Oh, you're blindfolding. So when somebody in South Carolina said, "Oh my God, Kelly, you will not believe the drama going on my NextDoor app." And then she sent me a link to it. Well, guess what? I couldn't open it because you have to be in that neighborhood in order to see it. So it's exclusive for you, but I'm going to fill you in. Remember a few weeks ago, I was telling you about that guy who had his banner stolen, his political banner, and he was going to punish those kids that did it by making them stand on a street corner wearing "I am a stupid" t-shirt. And then the police went up to the school and took the kid out of class.
I am a stupid t-shirt.
I am stupid. I am stupid t-shirt. I am stupid. I am stupid t-shirt. Remember?
Hey, what's that email you sent over to our Trinkets and Trash Company today? It said you wanted to order 50 "I'm with stupid" t-shirts.
I didn't do that.
Oh.
Anyway, I would love to tell you how that all played out, but the guy cut off the comments. So I don't know how that played out. I don't know if the kids, were punished sufficiently for his liking. I don't know if, one dad said, "I'm going to have to pull my kid out of school and we're going to have to move." He was a star football player. I don't know. That was a few podcasts ago. Well, here is some more drama from the NextDoor app. You ready?
I'm ready.
We have some crime. I mean, I live in a very safe neighborhood, but every once in a while there's crime going on.
How close is all this activity, this nefarious activity?
Some of them are in our adjacent neighborhoods. Some of them are in our neighborhoods. This is an adjacent neighborhood.
So is it like the fancy one?
Around us, the neighborhood's like equivalent to ours. So.
No, those like the ones over there with those big lions out front. That one?
I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know. It says, subject, random guy taking pictures at night. That's scary sounding, right?
That sounds like an Amazon guy. That's what they do. They come up to the front of the door and they take a picture.
All right, so y'all just pretend Alan didn't say anything because Mr. Ruin It.
That's what they do.
Everybody.
They come up to your front door. They take
Alan,
a picture.
stop! Stop! Okay, just stop.
Okay.
Do I even continue?
Yeah. Continue.
Today at 4:30 a.m., some bright lights awakened me and I heard a loud noise, like when you drop something. By the time I got to the window, whatever it was gone. It happened again at 5:40 a.m. This time I managed to get to the front door. I saw a guy coming up to the door taking a picture. I'm not sure of what, something near the door or wall, and quickly went back to his truck. It's bluish in color, I think a new Ford model, and he drove off. I thought to ask him, "What are you doing?" But I was reluctant to open the door at night with a creepy stranger outside. Plus, it would have taken me a few seconds to disarm my alarm system. It all happened so quickly. Has this happened to anyone else?
Mm-hmm.
Well, apparently it's happened to Alan. So
Everyone in the neighborhood it's happened to.
Among some of the comments, call the city's non-emergency line and let them know. Plano police encourage us to call 911, not the non-emergency number, for unusual things like this. They want to investigate quickly. That's creepy. I think folks need to arm themselves.
Oh my gosh.
But as Alan's already ruined the punchline, came this comment. That was an Amazon delivery driver. He also delivered to my house around 5 a.m.
God.
I was walking my dogs as he pulled up.
See, and this is why this NextDoor app,
It's not for you, honey.
It's not for me.
Please don't get on it.
Because
I'm begging
everyone
you.
is just, they're worrying, they're panicking, they're spreading disinformation, they're spreading rumors. And usually when something happens, it's usually the most simple explanation.
Right. Okay. So
Was
let's move on.
JFK shot by some big CIA, FBI conspiracy, or did some crazy guy shoot him?
Let's move on to one that you can't spoil the answer to, because this is a subject we could debate, actually.
Well, I'm a master debater.
Subject matter, subject line. I know that this is a first world problem. Currently, I do not have a dog. My beautiful, amazing four-legged child crossed over the Rainbow Bridge 5 years ago.
Whoa.
But I am a dog lover. Yet I have to wonder why, on a very regular basis, I find a bag of dog poop in my trash can. Again, I realize in the scheme of things going on in this world, this is so trivial. Maybe I have too much time on my hands being quarantined. It's just frustrating when bags of poop are deposited into my trash can, especially when it's empty and it stinks and or opens up and I have to hose out the can. Please take your dog's poop to your home trash can. Just saying. Thank you. And stay safe out there. You would think that would just sit there, right? No. People started attacking. Not sure where the expectations of a pristine trash can comes from. My trash stinks. I don't know about y'all's. I live on a corner lot and my trash can is easily accessible to passersby. I'd rather they put bagged poop in my trash bin than leave it in someone's yard. And who really wants to walk around with a steaming hot bag of sounds like responsible pet owners to me. I mean, here's another one. I mean, did your trash can smell like roses before they started putting doggy bags in your trash can? At least when I toss my dog's poop bag in someone else's trash can, I double tie it and only toss it into green, not the blue recycling containers. I don't post a lot, but I have to say this is ridiculous. Somebody's carrying a bag of crap around and they walk by a trash can and they can't throw it in because it's yours. Grow up. This went on and on. And she finally, the original poster wrote, how do I take this post down? Sorry for pissing you off, but please flush it down your own toilet. Now, we have 2 dogs, and we walk with our own poop bags. We always walk with poop bags.
We do.
And on the occasion, the dog poops. And if I'm with Alan, I'm the one that's in charge of picking it up because he's the one holding the leash and walking them because I don't want to. What do I do with my poop?
You carry it with you.
Where do I deposit it?
That I can't answer with 100% certainty.
I always deposit it in our trash can, but I am very tempted to drop it in a neighbor's trash.
Now we have,
because I don't want to. It is hot.
There are public trash cans along the path that I've used.
Yes, if there are public trash cans along the path, I definitely use those. First one I find. But if I'm walking past and down an alley and somebody else's trash is there, I'm tempted to use their trash cans, but I'm afraid their cameras are going to catch me doing it.
I pity the fool that is someday strolling by our trash can.
Our trash can is disgusting.
Because I don't bag up dog ass. I scoop it in the pooper scooper and I just dump it in the trash can.
It's disgusting.
And not only that, I'm killing a rat here on the property at least once a week. So I'm
where does it go?
So it goes in the trash can.
You don't bag the rat?
I bag the rat.
Okay, so you do have a line you won't cross.
Because one time I put an unbagged rat in there, and I thought I was going to throw up.
Oh, no.
I thought I was going to throw up when I opened the lid of that trash can.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you have to clean the garbage can out later?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know you did that. You just didn't even tell me.
Yeah, boiling water and vinegar. Yeah, because the smell was so bad.
That's bad.
Anyway, yeah, I pity the fool that uses our trash can.
But that's the kind of stuff that's on the NextDoor app. Debate and just people just attacking. A lot of people did support her, but those aren't the fun ones to read.
So why do you enjoy this so much?
Because it's drama. And plus I find out, like, if I'm driving home and there's a helicopter hovering near our neighborhood, and I'm like, I wonder what's going on. But I can't drive over there because what if there's a police situation or a fire or something like that? All I have to do is go on the NextDoor app. Somebody else will have already asked the question, and somebody will be able to answer it. It's just, I love it. And then if is going to be road closures because of construction, you can find out on there. You can find out if there's going to, like if there's going to be a 5K going through your neighborhood, they let you know what roads are going to be closed, things like that. For the Halloween trick-or-treaters, you could go on there and let people know, hey, we're going to be handing out candy, or hey, we're going to have a light display, no candy, but come by and look at it. There's that kind of stuff. And I get rid of your junk on there.
That's the best part.
Lost pets are a big player.
Yeah, the lost pet.
Lost pets are big players.
Isn't the coyote or bobcat sighting a big player?
Bobcat sightings, huge.
Huge.
In fact, on the NextDoor app, my father-in-law recognized the side of his house because somebody was driving by your dad's house. You don't remember that?
My dad is on the NextDoor app?
He's not, but yeah, I guess so, because he recognized that it was his yard. Somebody driving by, because he lives on a corner lot, took a picture of a bobcat, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. I forget how he saw that picture.
I guess he saw it. Your dad's on the NextDoor app.
How about that?
If it's cool enough for your dad.
Yeah. If my dad's there and I'm not there, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, I don't want you on there anymore.
Why?
I changed my mind.
Why?
Well, because you're so much fun for me to tell you this stuff on the podcast.
Well,
I don't want to spoil that.
Okay. Guy comes up to the front porch. Guy takes a picture. Guy disappears and gets into a blue truck. Duh.
I know, but you have to let me get to But I didn't even get that much out.
And then the entire neighborhood is like, we got to arm ourselves.
Yes.
Good night.
Isn't it fun?
Everybody relax.
Let me tell you about something else really cool. Speaking of Amazon, which we're, time for the porch pirates. I hope you have a camera on your front porch because it's going to be crazy this Christmas.
We have one.
We do. Have you heard of Cat Chat?
No, I haven't.
I don't know how I feel about this. A former Amazon engineer is working to answer a question almost all cat owners have. Now, I used to own cats. Growing up, we had cats and dogs. I had a cat. He got the cat in the divorce, which recently passed away. Rest in peace, Gracie. But I love cats. Rather have a dog. Anyway, have you ever wondered what is your dog trying to say to you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, people who own cats feel the same way. What is my cat trying to tell me?
F you.
Because you look in their eyes.
And they're basically saying F you.
But with dogs, and I'm sure this is true with a lot of cat owners as well, you look into their eyes and you feel like you're connecting on this soul level. And you're just like, what are you trying to tell me? You think they're telling you, I love you so much, because that's what you're saying to them. You just think they're looking back at you, I love you so much, I love you so much. What are they probably saying is, when are you going to feed me? Or I got to go pee or whatever. So anyway, this guy's name is Javier Sanchez, and he's one of the people who worked on Amazon's Alexa. So he's a really smart guy. He's now the project manager with this tech company called Aquilon, and he is coming up with technology, developing an app called Meow Talk. And it promises to translate your cat's vocalizations into something you can understand. People say this is true about babies' cries. Like if you learn, people talk about this. You can tell a baby's cry from whether it's hunger, whether they're just bored, whether they're angry, whether they're wet. There are certain types of cries you can get to know from a baby. This guy's saying there are certain types of sounds and meows a cat makes that relates to what they're trying to convey to you. That makes sense to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, Mr. Sanchez says it's not a language. Cats don't share words or communicate with each other. Cats never meow at each other out in nature. Now, how do they know that? I guess they monitor it like on those wildlife
Wait
shows.
a second. Cats never meow to each other in nature.
That's what Mr. Sanchez said.
Okay, I thought cats are domesticated. So what does out in nature mean? Like do lions never?
Maybe like if you let cats go outside. I don't know. So anyway, through research, Sanchez and his team have found that cats often have one of 9 different intents. Isn't that coincidental? 9 lives, 9 intents. They are trying to relay when they meow at you, and each message has its own type of meow. Using his Alexa experience and this research, Mr. Sanchez is working to decode meows into phrases cats are trying to convey, like I'm hungry or I'm in pain. That would be very helpful if a cat's just going on and on and on and you don't know what it's trying to tell you.
When you first started this bit here, I thought that this was a big crock of...
Now you're kind of buying in?
Now I'm buying in a little bit because don't they say like dolphins and whales, like it just sounds like a bunch of noise, but they also...
They're trying to convey something.
They have a language in amongst themselves. So why couldn't a cat have the same thing?
So if your cat's hungry, you probably as a cat owner know that sound is different from when the cat is trying to go outside.
When they're mating.
Or they're mating. Ooh, that's the worst sound ever. I remember the first time I heard that when I was a little girl growing up in Florence, South Carolina. I heard what I thought were children screaming outside, people screaming.
Well, yeah. Have you ever seen a cat's pecker?
No, but I have
it has
not.
spines
That's
on
what
it.
I've heard. But I heard this screaming and it terrified me so much. And my mother, I was like, people are being killed outside. And there's cats mating.
You'd scream too.
So awful. Yeah. Why do they have spikes on their little wieners? Why is that?
I don't know, babe. I really have no idea.
Why would God create them to have? Why would He inflict pain on the female cat like that?
I don't know.
I really am curious.
Really have no
I really
idea.
don't know why. All right, so cat owners who download this app that they are working on are able to record their cat's meows and then get a translation of the sound. You have the option to fine-tune and train the app to learn your pet's unique vocalizations. Owners are also able to provide feedback to Meow Talk on the accuracy of the app's translations. So anyway, you can train the Meow Talk app to learn your cat's unique vocabulary by telling the app what each meow means when your cat makes it. So you kind of have to work with it as well. When you give the app 5 to 10 examples of a specific meow for your cat, for example, food or let me out, the app starts to recognize that meow. Okay, so as a pet owner, you already know what some of the meows mean. Like if he's at the back door, record him, and then you can say, wants to go out. Or when it's time to eat and he's standing there at your feet meowing incessantly. That's what used to drive me nuts.
Well, what do you need the app for then? If you already know what it means.
I don't know.
Well, that's...
I guess it works with you to get accuracy.
Kind of a flaw in the business model there, isn't it? If you already know what your cat is saying to you, why do I need the app?
And would the same I'm hungry meow work for every cat or just yours? Maybe they're working on improving it maybe they're using that for the prototypes.
Prototype.
Maybe.
Prototype.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
Because if they get enough information and everybody's saying, okay, well, if there's enough people that say the I'm hungry meow sounds like this, that would be what the app would recognize.
I don't know.
We need to interview Mr. Sanchez.
I don't know cats that well.
Well, wasn't there a bark collar that said it did the same thing? A translating dog collar. Do you remember that?
No.
I remember
I've never
seeing
heard of
that like in the back of an airplane catalog, Sky Mall or something one time.
Oh, shit. It's got to work then if it's from Sky Mall.
Sky Mall had some cool stuff.
Sky Mall
they don't
did
have
some
that
cool,
anymore.
They did have some cool stuff.
They don't do Sky. Do they still have Sky Mall like .com?
No, you can't touch a magazine in an airplane anymore.
No, I'm saying, but is there SkyMall.com?
Oh,
where you don't have to go to the.
Well, sure, let's do it right now.
Because I know you do have magazines on planes. You've said the S word about 4 times now.
Well,
you keep saying it.
I'm saying it less than Heather McMahon says on her podcast. Okay.
Anyway,
Here, hold on.
I know you still get American Way and you still get magazines. I just think the Sky Mall went away.
Sky Mall?
Well, Alan's looking for that.
We have the miracle of internet. SkyMall.com, babe.
So it still is there.
There it is.
How about that?
There it is. And the first thing I see is hand sanitizer.
Well, that's a must-have. I remember they used to have the things that I thought were interesting is like where you cook the hot dogs and steam the buns all at the same time. It was like a toaster oven for hot dogs. You press the button and they sank in and then popped up when they were ready. You remember that? I remember I bought something on the Sky Mall one time for Kid Craddock. I remember they had like these it was before they did virtual reality. I think it was all just starting to come out. Kid's been passed away for 7 years now. So this is before that. But it's where he flew a lot. So you put like these big goggles on and you sat back and you could watch a movie. I bought that off of Sky Mall once. That's the only thing I ever bought off Sky Mall.
I've never bought anything off Sky Mall.
But it's still out there if you want it.
It's still out there.
And I bet Finger Hut. You remember Finger Hut?
Yeah, I do remember.
Is that still out there?
Finger Hut.
My mother Price used to always get Finger Hut catalogs.
Finger Hut.
And I used to love going through Finger Hut.
We used to have Finger Hut knives.
Why was it called Finger Hut?
I don't know why it was called Finger
Is
Hut.
there a story behind that?
I don't know.
I'm serious.
I don't think your brand should ever have the word finger in it. Name another company that has the word finger in it. Exactly.
Tommy Hilfiger.
That was Tommy Pull My Finger.
Y'all know that story about Tommy Hilfiger. I've told that story.
Yeah. Well, tell it. That's a good story. Tell it.
So embarrassing.
Well, that's your bit, babe. You called Tom Brokaw Dan Rather.
I did.
You called Tom Landry Mr. Dorsey.
Well, this wasn't, at least I didn't do this to his face.
Yeah.
So we were at Belk Department Store at the Magnolia Mall in Florence, South Carolina, and I was shopping.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to hang out with these guys, and they loved Tommy Hilfiger.
Perm or no perm?
Me, I probably had a perm. I always had a perm back in the day. So anyway, we're in this, and I knew my friends loved it, and I was doing some shopping, probably Christmas shopping for my friends anyway. So I found this shirt. I was like, oh, was like, this is defective. So I went up to the cash register lady and I said, can I get a discount on this? It's defective. It says Tommy Hilfiger instead of finger. She goes, it's Tommy Hilfiger. It's not finger. I thought it was Tommy Hilfiger. And I thought I had a defective one and she was going to give me a discount. I thought it was Tommy Hilfiger. What? And I'll tell you another thing I thought in South Carolina when I was growing up, Agner was all the rage. Do you remember Agner? See, I graduated high school in 1984.
What's Agner?
Agner was this letter A. It's like a rounded A.
Yeah.
And it was the last name of the designer was Agner.
I don't remember that
and
one.
It might have been regional, but in South Carolina, this was everything.
Okay.
And it was all burgundy leather. So you'd get the Agner shoes, the Agner leather jacket, the Agner purse, Agner leather skirt.
It was all burgundy?
It was all burgundy. That was their signature color.
A burgundy leather jacket.
Everything. So this was the 80s, honey. So then Agner did branch out, and I think they added navy to their repertoire. I don't know what they have now. I believe it's still in existence. So I moved from South Carolina to Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, Georgia. I lived in Marietta for a brief moment in time. And I remember I went to the mall there. All my most embarrassing moments happened at the mall. And I asked where the Agner was. And the ladies looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, the burgundy leather. She goes, you mean Anye? It's not Agner, honey. It's Anye.
Yeah, well.
But I'm from South Carolina.
I always thought it was Hermes.
Yeah, I never said that out loud for the longest time.
I always thought it was Hermes.
Isn't it Hermes? Is it Hermes
I thought
now?
it was Hermes.
See? That's why I don't say it out loud, because I don't know. Is it Hermes? It's Hermes, right?
I thought it was Hermes. You got anything?
God.
You got anything, Hermes?
We used to have a fast food restaurant. No.
Oh.
We used to have a fast food restaurant in Florence, South Carolina named Hermes. Is that regional?
Like Hermes, like Hermes.
Yeah,
Hermes.
Yes, Hermes. And I remember one of my friend's dads opened, he was going to be a competitor to Burger King, and he opened up the Hot Dog King.
Oh, the Hot Dog King.
It was about 2 doors down from Burger King.
Oh, he was like...
That didn't do very well.
He was like
He was going to be the competition.
He was like McDougal's and Coming to America.
Man. I miss Florence, South Carolina. I hope some of y'all are listening.
I've been there one time.
We need to go back. We need to go visit Aunt Velma.
I was good seeing it one time. No, I would like to go back.
What do you mean you were good seeing it one time?
I would like to go back and see Aunt Velma.
Why wouldn't you want to go back to Florence?
And your family.
What's wrong with Florence?
There wasn't a lot there.
There is plenty there. My family.
That's what I just said.
And lots of barbecue restaurants. But the thing about the barbecue there, they're only open, unless they've changed since I moved away, barbecue was only open Thursday, sometimes Sunday, but usually Thursday through Saturday.
Where's that place we got those fish fillets in that bog? We got that bog.
Oh, that was at Kane's Barbecue.
Oh. I think
so good, right?
That was good. That was good stuff.
I used to get a half and half with red gravy all over it. That was the best food. It was half chicken bog, half barbecue with red gravy all over it. Oh, God, I miss it so much.
Oh, you eat like that all the time. Now I know why.
Yeah.
I know why they're growing bigger in South Carolina.
That's right, we do. All right, so, a minute ago we were talking about, getting the right mattress for the way you sleep. But hey, if you're a longtime listener to the A Sandwich with Some Lovin' podcast, you've heard us talk about Brooklinen before, right?
Brooklinen.
From your bed to your bathroom, they have got comfort covered. And for the holidays, hey, now we're talking gifts of Brooklinen, gifts that are cozy, gifts that gives you the feeling of complete and utter serenity. Because, most people are stuck at home more than they usually are. Now we've got that wave coming and people are going to be quarantining at home again. We might as well make it as comfortable as possible. And lucky for you, Brooklinen's biggest sale of the year is coming. They've got so many options, especially for gifting. Always people on your list who are tough to please. And comfort's not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. Brooklinen selection really takes into account the different needs and preferences when it comes to bedding, towels, you name it. Seriously, they have something everybody on your list will love. They've even got candles. They've got silk eye masks, which are all the rage right now.
We need some of those candles.
Scrunchies, robes, for a full spa-like experience at home.
Let's get the candles.
Yes, right? And we sleep on Brook linen sheets every night.
We sleep on the
We
sheets.
wipe our bodies down with
Whoa.
Brook linen towels when we get out of that shower every day.
Yeah, we
and
do.
listen, if you're not really quite sure and you think, well, you know what, I want them to pick out what they want for themselves, Brook Linen also has gift card options so your loved ones can pick out what they really want.
So cozy up to Brook Linen's biggest sale of the year, happening right now. Brook Linen is so confident in their product that all their sheets, comforters, loungewear, and towels come with a 365-day warranty. So get huge savings and free shipping during Brook Linen's biggest sale of the year, only at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com, and use promo code SANDWICH to let them know our show sent you. That's brooklinen.com, promo code SANDWICH. And if you can't wait for the sale, or if you're just hearing this and it's post Black Friday, Cyber Monday, you can still use the promo code SANDWICH at brooklinen.com for 10% off and free shipping in the U.S. anytime.
That's good to know.
That's what they call an evergreen offer.
Yeah, there's always something we can offer you.
Yeah.
Thanks to Brook Linen. All right, we've got a little bit more show to get to.
We do?
The social dilemma, babe.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you acting surprised? You're the one that wanted to talk about it.
We're going to bring it home for Jerome, or are we doing?
We are in a little bit.
We're going to do a review.
We're going to do a review of the social dilemma. Alan and I at home, we didn't have anybody at the house, just the two of us looking at each other. And it's like, well, enough of that. Let's watch something on Netflix.
We need to find a show to watch. We're always watching this Fox News. You need to find a show to watch with me. Okay?
That's exactly how I said.
Let's find one.
So Alan said, let's finally watch The Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have been talking about it and how shocking and upsetting it is. And I will agree, it was, I think it kind of got built up to be way bigger than what I was expecting.
Really? I didn't hear much about it.
I guess I'd heard a little bit too much. But I still think it was really eye-opening to what's been going on around us.
Overall, the word I would use, it was a little unsettling.
Very unsettling.
Very unsettling. I mean, it brings out a lot of the things that you kind of suspect and know, but you don't know how deeply and how on purpose these things are designed into your technology.
Right.
On purpose, they are designed to be addictive.
We all think, oh, I'm not affected by, I can look at Facebook, I can read Twitter, and I'm my own person. My opinions aren't swayed by what I read. But there are people that are way smarter than all of us who are manipulating the images we see, the news content we read, and based on what they can tell how long your eyes linger on a picture. There are algorithms and things. We've all noticed it. Alan and I will be sitting here talking about, Christmas lights, and then the next time we pull up our emails, ads will show up for Christmas decorations on sale at some store because it's always listening to you, right? Mm-hmm. And it's monitoring. I was talking about, I couldn't believe it the other day. I got a Botox in my neck. Remember I told you guys that? I got Botox in my neck and I was talking about it, and we record the podcast on YouTube with the laptop open, and now I'm getting ads for saggy neck creams and things like that. It's just crazy. Invasive, but at first you're kind of like upset by it, but then after a while you just kind of accept it, and it's like, just the price of having a laptop and the price of, going online, right? Yeah.
And one thing that was said that I've kind of known, but I've never really thought about, they said, if you use things for free, like it's free to start a Facebook, it's free to start Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Pinterest, on and on and on, Reddit, some people use that. But if you're using a free service, you're thinking, oh yeah, I'm getting this for free. If you're ever using something for free, then that's not the product. You are the product.
Right.
So they're using you as the product. They're selling you. They're selling your eyeballs to their advertisers. Yep. And that's how they make their money, and they refine them. They refine the ways they gather data And it's getting scary how well they know you.
And the people that are even behind the algorithms and the technology, they even get sucked in. They said, we're even victims of it, and we know how it's done. And they were saying, especially it's been effective with the suicide rate among teenage girls, especially, right? They were saying that you could tell from when we all got the Snapchats and the Instagrams and stuff, and teenage girls, very young, are very susceptible to comparison and, looking at all these pretty happy people, and I'm so miserable. And we all go through our funks when we're 13 and 14 years old anyway. But then when all this social media came into play, they were showing how that they have the graph where it shows how the number of suicides among teenage girls especially just skyrocketed.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was flat pretty much. The graph Kelly's talking about was pretty flat, just like a flat line from the 1960s until the year 2010.
Something like that, yeah.
And he said
went
the
through the roof.
person that was talking said, if you think about it, the kids that were born in about 96, they were the first group to go through junior high with social media. Mm-hmm. And if you look at the suicide rate and especially with girls, the suicide rate and the number of girls that hurt themselves, cut themselves or whatever,
in that age group, and it's getting younger and younger.
That graph, like Kelly said, it shot straight up, and I'm looking at it like, this is incredible. I mean, so you can't deny that the phone and the social media have something to do with the girls' perception of themselves.
And it also talked, coming off this really ugly political season that does not seem to be getting any better. It was talking about how we are all manipulated, because they were talking to like one Republican, and they were saying how ignorant and stupid the Democrats are, and then they would talk to a Democrat, and he was saying how ignorant and stupid the Republicans are. And what the guy was saying is, if your computer, your handheld device will start picking up that you like conservative or you like liberal things, and it starts feeding you that. So you're getting a steady diet of your point of view. And so when you hear somebody who doesn't agree with you talk, and you're like, what are they saying? How do they not see what I see? Do they not know how could we both hear the same news and come to such radically different opinions? And the guy said, well, that's the point. You're not seeing the same news. You're getting what feeds into what you already believe. And what they really said, and Alan and I have talked about this before we saw The Social Dilemma. It feels like it's brewing. And the guy said what he's most afraid of is civil war coming in this country, because it's so out of control. And that's why we see, I think, the people in government trying to put a rein on what's going on with social media. And I don't know how they're going to regulate it.
Yeah.
But those guys, they said that the technology sector is the richest. I'm paraphrasing. I only watched it once. He said that's the richest corporations ever in the history of the planet.
Right.
Are the people in the tech industry.
And he's talking, Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Pinterest, even.
Yeah.
The guy that started Pinterest, he was like one of the top guys at Pinterest, said, "I won't let my kids near social media.
Yeah.
I won't let them near it." And he was on Pinterest, and you think Pinterest is so harmless, right?
Well,
and he said it's addictive. He said that's the thing. And I find myself guilty of that too. I will get my phone out. They're like, what do you do first thing in the morning? Do you check your phone before you pee or while you're peeing? Remember that one guy said that? That's the first thing you do. And I'll find myself, and I think I'm just going to check the weather real quick. Oh, let me just look at Twitter real quick. And the next thing I know, I'm standing there for 30 minutes and I haven't moved. Mm-hmm. And it's addictive, and it's awful, and it's playing into that part of your mind, and it's not good.
And that's how the apps are designed. They're designed to keep you on the phone as long as they can. That's how they make their money. The longer they can get you to interact with their app and not someone else's app, the better they are able to sell their users who they have information on to their advertisers. Yep. And that's how they all have become multi-billionaires.
Yeah, one woman who is one of the mathematicians or something, she said first of all, turn off all notifications was one of the things, because that's what gets you. It's like you can be, I'm being so good, I'm not looking at my phone, and then you hear bing, or you see the light or the vibration, and you're automatically going to peek over there and say, oh, your friend poked you, or whatever they do now. And she said she also purposely follows people like on Twitter that she does not agree with whatsoever. That way she doesn't
just hear one side.
Yeah. But she said she did it because it's part of also the algorithm. She was trying to flip it up. But yeah, it was doom, 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 gloom. And then at the end, they kind of put a positive spin on it. They were like, hey, put your phone down, go outside. It's a beautiful world. But how many people are really going to do that?
Yeah. And one other thing, just real quick, Beb, I thought was interesting was they were saying, like, when they first were designing the apps back in the mid 2000s, and they were trying to get people to sign up and use them, they were thinking of these ideas on how to do that. And they said, when we were starting this, we never had the intention of it becoming what it has become today.
Right.
We just put a like button on something because we thought, hey, let's spread some love.
Let's be positive.
Let's be positive.
The guy that developed the like button for
Right.
Facebook said, I just thought we were spreading positivity.
Right.
But now kids are killing themselves because they don't get enough likes.
Right.
I mean, it's just because they're
assigning their own happiness to likes they get, and also what their social media looks like in comparison to their peer social media. And a lot of that has to do with the interaction, the likes,
And my daughter, Emma Kelly, was at her dad's this weekend, and I called him. I said, you need to sit down with Emma Kelly and watch The Social Dilemma. And like, if you don't do it when she comes back over here, I'm going to watch it with her because I think it's important.
Yeah, I think if you have a teen that uses the phone a lot, which probably most teens are like that nowadays who have a phone, I think it's a good idea to sit down and watch that. I really do.
Yeah, and then
it's
have a discussion about it too.
Yeah, it is eye-opening. And when I heard that the people who run those companies, and they know how these things work on the back end, they say, I do not let my kids on the phone.
Yeah.
And I will not let them have social media until they're at least in high school. That's the people who run these companies. So when I heard him say that, I'm like, wow.
And one guy walked away. He walked away and he started the moral media, or the moral.
The main guy?
The main guy.
Yeah,
I forget what he's trying to do. A moral, like, social media should be used for good.
He's trying to get the whole industry to take a look at, hey, what are the side effects of what we've created?
Yeah.
We've created this big, enormous machine that is really good at using data to get eyeballs in front of our advertisers. We're really good at that, or get our advertisers in front of the audience. But what are the side effects of that? And if there are side effects, and we see them with the data, with the suicides, if there are bad side effects, what can we do as an industry to change that?
But like the one woman said, algorithms don't have a conscience. They don't care.
Right.
They're just, they don't, that's not their issue. They are going to get as many eyeballs on whatever piece of information it is as possible. And it's leading to a huge divide in our country. And it all boils down to the social media. It really does.
That's a big part of it, yeah.
It's eye-opening. So if you have Netflix, I would encourage you to watch it. It does make me think twice now about opening up certain apps. I haven't been on Twitter in a couple of days because, man, we talked about it on the podcast. At the height of political season, I would go to bed, and used to be I was playing Best Fiends until I passed out.
Best Fiends.
But then I would...
Friends without the R.
And that's a little free ad for them.
Best Fiends.
But I would get in the Twitter bunny hole, and I would just be on there, and I couldn't stop because no matter what, I'd click on something, and then it'd lead me to click on something else. And then next thing you know, it's 1:00 in the morning, and I got to be up at 4, that kind of thing. Check it out.
It's interesting. Hopefully we didn't give too much away.
A lot of times, if you have a child, you might want to watch it first and then go back and watch it with your child. Sometimes you need to pre-screen stuff too. But I don't think there was anything inappropriate for
I don't think so.
14-year-old.
No.
Maybe 12? How young?
I don't know that a 12-year-old would be too interested in it. It's an hour and a half. There's a lot of technical talk in it.
Yeah, but they have dramatizations in there too.
Yeah.
So you could see, like, a family. They have a girl who's probably about 12, and then a teenager who's supposed to be about 16, and then like his bigger sister who's 18, and how they each view social media. And so it's like a dramatization that goes along with it as well. So anyway, that's our little take on that.
Joe, the boys don't have social media, but they do watch TikTok and YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And they were talking about YouTube.
And boy,
kids.
they get into those bunny holes on those videos.
Well, they were saying
I'm
that's
just
just
thinking, why are they so fascinated?
It's addictive.
It's addictive. They're addicted.
Yeah, he even brought up YouTube for Kids. What's it called? Is it called YouTube for Kids?
Mm-hmm. I think that's what they called it.
Anyway, he was saying that even that is
it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary. All right, so real quick, something came to our attention recently, and Alan and I have been trying to make more of a conscious effort to buy American. Right? We have been reading labels. And,
I think it's a good thing to do that if you can.
Did you know that in 1960, let's go back a few decades, 95% of all clothing was made in the USA?
Wow.
95%.
Wow.
Today, you want to take a guess at the percentage of our clothing is made in the USA?
I'd say 5%.
3%, Alan.
Less. Wow.
We went from 95% to 3%. And look, it's more important now than ever to support local communities and businesses. We've taken a hard hit this year, and it's a great time to be buying clothes and products made here. So let us tell you about a company we just discovered called American Giant. They have built a 100% USA-based supply chain. They have relationships with factories, the workers, and the communities every step of the way. I was really excited to find out that in South Carolina, they're using the plants there to do the dyes for the fabrics.
They dye the fabrics in South Carolina.
I was really excited. The thing about American Giant, it all started, their signature piece is this zip-up hoodie. Alan and I each got one, and it is a really great piece of clothing. These are wardrobe basics that are not throwaways. That's the thing now. People go out and they buy some cheap little thing off the rack. You don't even look at the label, but it's probably not American made. And you wear it, you think, oh, I'm only paying so little for it. I'll wear it a season or two and I'll throw it away and get another one. That's not what American Giant's about. They build quality pieces of clothing that are built to last a lifetime. And you will tell the difference from the moment you put them on in the fabric, in the zipper, in the construction, in the way it feels on your body, reclaiming the American tradition of making high quality clothes that last, worn more and kept longer. So we're really excited to tell you about American Giant. And have you tried on your hoodie?
I have, and it, just like Kelly said, it's
like a glove.
It's one of those pieces that if you buy it, say in your 30s, you're going to be wearing it in your 50s.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those types of garments. It is really, really durable, highly quality constructed, and made in the USA.
Let's get out of that mentality of disposable clothing. I think our landfills are getting filled up as it is. So if you're environmentally conscious, if you want to buy American made, you need to check out what they have to offer at American Giant.
And you can get 15% off your first order when you use promo code SANDWICH at american-giant.com. That's 15% off when you use code SANDWICH at american-giant.com.
All right. Go USA.
And I'm assuming that's the little dash.
Yeah, it's like a hyphen, like a dash.
You wouldn't spell dash.
A hyphen and dash, the same thing?
Well, technically, no.
Right.
But on the computer, I think you just hit your little dash button.
Yeah. All right. You said you had a couple of letters you wanted to get to. You had me pull them off the printer for you tonight, my darling.
We're going to bring it home. Oh, you're darling now.
Yes, because now we're about to end the podcast and I've got to go to bed with you.
Yeah, I went from being the Grinch who stole Christmas to
I've calmed down.
Your darling. Good. I'm glad you've calmed down. That's what we need. It's a little more of you calm down. Love you.
I love you.
Okay, we got a letter. This letter just came in tonight about an hour ago, about an hour and a half ago. This one is from Jessica.
Okay.
The subject is, I am Kelly Raspberry.
Oh.
That's kind of
like... It's my alias.
Remember back in the day, the I am Tiger Woods commercials? I am Kelly Raspberry. How about that? Nobody ever says I am Alan Evans.
Oh my gosh.
I am Kelly Raspberry. OMG, Kelly and Allen. On a recent road trip from Texas to Colorado, I introduced my husband to your podcast. Oh, good. My man. He loves it now, too. But for the last 3 weeks or so, every time I listen to the podcast, I realize how much we are like the two of you.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. And your husband, too, is an asshole. A few minutes ago, I'm sure he's a very, very nice guy. A few minutes ago, I told my husband for the fourth time that I was going to take a shower. We had a whole conversation about how rich he would be if he put $5 in a savings account every time I said, okay, I'm going to take a shower. Because I always do 400 other things before I get around to it. Jessica, that is called dawdling. I hop in the shower and turn on your podcast in the shower.
Oh.
How about that?
Got one of them shower radios.
Yeah, you get full noodle frontity in there. I hop in the shower and turn on your podcast and hear your conversation about what is acceptable while showering. Gotta say, I hate taking a shower, like Kelly said.
Oh, I hate it.
But once I'm in there, I'm there.
Don't want to get out.
I'm there forever. Hope to run into you two someday. Well, roll on down to Oaked Barbecue Restaurant there, Jessica. We see you down there. Your podcast
Is she from the Dallas area?
That is unclear by reading this letter. Your podcast is fantastic, and I'm so glad you're back to 2 a week. Love you guys, Jessica, a.k.a. slowly turning into Kelly without even trying. P.S. My phone and my speaker sit outside the shower while I listen, not in the shower.
Oh, okay. There's the clarity right there.
So, Jessica, what are the things you do in the shower? Why don't you tell us that? Some are acceptable.
Why do you want to know?
Well, because
Getting all pervy on her.
I'm not getting pervy. I just want to know what she does in the
Why
shower.
do you need to know? She washes herself and shaves her legs.
She bathes. Okay, this one, again, you want to bring home for Jerome with that one?
That's a long one, but go ahead.
All right. Okay. This is a little bonus coverage here on a sandwich and some love. Working overtime.
Alan's not big on editing. He just reads it as is.
I don't censor the listener.
I edit sometimes.
I don't censor the listener.
Superfluous information.
There is nothing superfluous in here.
Well, let's all be the judge of that.
This one is from another Jessica. Jessica R. this time.
Okay.
Subject? Hope I could read your name. Subject? I'm at a loss. Help! Dear Kelly and Allen, I thought about writing, and I wasn't sure which way to go. I chose a sandwich and some lovin' because I'll get you both. This has wrecked my world, my whole family's world. About a month and a half ago, my dad and stepmom had my kids... My dad and stepmom, had my kids at their lake house for the weekend, and my dad decided to take it upon himself to tell our 14-year-old daughter that my husband wasn't biologically her dad.
Oh.
He couldn't answer any questions for her. She didn't even have her phone to call me. He just dropped the ugly bomb and went about his day. She informed me of their conversation when they got home. My dad said things to her like, they're going to be so mad, so I'll be waiting for a phone call, and if they don't let me see you, find a way. What's up with this dude? How are you supposed to tell a 14-year-old that? I'm disgusted.
My jaw was permanently
I'm so sick over it. He said, they will have no loyalty to you. You deserve to know. He also went on and on about, why don't you have your own room? You deserve your own room. The whole thing sounds so mean and spiteful towards my husband and I. I should also add that in their conversation, my dad bashed my husband for quite a while. We've been married 12 years.
All right, your dad has got mental health issues, and I think you know this.
Telling our daughter how terrible he is and how unappreciative he is.
Unbelievably manipulative.
None of this makes sense. Our marriage is great. He's a great dad. I have no idea where this all came from. We all, me, my husband, and 3 children, sat as a family and discussed this in depth. It has affected us tremendously. I am so angry, I never want to see them again. My kids are old enough also to see he was in the wrong and feel the same way about cutting that branch. My husband has been her dad since she was 1. He adopted her. He has her name tattooed on him. I'm furious. We also have 12-year-old twins together. I've blocked their numbers and deleted them on social media. Wow, this is sad.
That's awful.
let's see. I'm just wondering from the outside looking in, am I right about being so angry and done? Yeah.
Yes.
I think, I would be angry too. Is this something that would make cutting ties make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Agreed.
That's evil what he did.
My husband's parents are livid. My sister, my mom, and stepdad, everyone is so angry and hurt by this, but we're all in it. What do you guys think? P.S. There were also ugly things being posted on my stepmom's Facebook. I still go look about being loyal and toxic family, et cetera, et cetera. Please help. What a mess he has made. Sorry for all this rambled mess. I hope I got enough info across.
You did. None of that was superfluous.
Sincerely,
that was all necessary information.
Feeling hurt mom.
You have every right to be angry, furious, livid, whatever you want emotion. You are justified in that. Your father, I don't know if this has been a lifelong thing where he has to manipulate and control things and try to win. I'm going to be your buddy and you're going to, get loyalty from the grandchild by sharing all this information. Or is your father having a mental health crisis? I mean, there could be that, but you got to protect your family. And I completely I would let him know that this is the choice you've made because you cannot trust him around the children. And in order to protect your family unit, that this was a conversation that you should have had with your child on your own terms. He had no right to do that. I'm completely on board with not having anything to do with that. And don't punish yourself and torture yourself I know it's hard, by going to your stepmom's social media pages to read what she's saying about you guys. That's not helping. Just like dead to me. I wouldn't, don't put yourself through that abuse. Just cut them all off, block them all. I don't know how they're going to ever repair that damage.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Sick.
If I were in this situation, I would feel extremely distraught, hurt, all the things that you betrayed, all the things that you describe here. But I, as an adult, could get through this, I think. Think about that 14-year-old girl. Unbelievable that he would be that selfish. The dad would be that selfish to say something like that.
You had the right to know.
She's 14. And you're not even you're the grandparent, but why wouldn't you talk to the parents first?
But you know what?
If you're gonna say something like that, which is none of your business to say, but if you're gonna say something like that, why would you not talk to the parents first?
It's really, really unfortunate that happened, but it sounds like your husband and you handled it beautifully with your children.
Yeah.
It sounds like it. And that's her daddy. No matter what grandpa said, that's her daddy, and she knows it.
They've been married 12 years.
Adopted her when she was 1,
why?
Allen.
I mean, why?
That is sickness. I'm telling you, if this is something that suddenly happened, your dad, because people do have, I don't know, like, I don't know your family. Did he have a stroke or something that changed his mental health and his ability to process information and communicate? Or has he always been like this, right?
And that's another thing. Well, yeah. Why would this guy, this man, the grandfather, why would he do that to his own daughter? Why would you put your own daughter?
If it's a mental health issue, it makes sense to him.
This guy's a nut.
Well, this is the thing about mental illness. It makes sense to them. It doesn't make sense to anybody else, but it makes sense to them. So if he's got a mental health issue and he's not just evil, that's a separate issue.
I'm sorry.
It's bad.
I mean, I'm sorry. A lot of times, most times I think things can, like you can say, well, gosh, that was really shitty, but I think we can kind of work through. How do you fix that?
I don't know how you come back from that. That's bad.
I'm really sorry.
Is your father maybe, oh gosh, I don't know.
This doesn't make any sense.
I would let him know. I'd write, you don't necessarily have to talk to him. I would write a letter, just pour your heart out in it and let him know what he's done and the potential damage he could have done. But don't let him know let him know that what he did only made your family unit stronger and better. But now you know that you cannot have your children around him, and you don't trust yourself around him for the foreseeable future. And you hope that someday that there can come to a place of healing. But for now, this ain't the time. But I would write it all down in a letter. Now, whether you choose to send it to him or not is one thing. But I would do that. I would write everything down in a letter.
Why would this all come out of the blue?
Like I said, it could be a mental health issue, or he could just be, it's a lot of little things that people overlook. You know, that's just dad. That's just dad. You know how he is, until he finally crossed a line, you know.
You think he got drunk or something, man?
I don't know.
Jeez.
But I know, like, in my family, I have some grandparents that have had Alzheimer's, and it started to affect their personality at first before they started to slip away, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's entirely possible.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, or he's just evil. So which is the better option? My dad's mentally ill, or he is pure evil. Neither one of them are great options.
Well, if you're a grown man and you know for 12 years that your daughter's husband is your granddaughter's dad, for all intents and purposes, what?
Well, he adopted her. That is her daddy.
Right. What in your soul
I don't know.
would give you the idea that it would be okay to tell a 14-year-old girl, hey, by the way, just so you know.
I don't know. Trying to befriend her, connect with her on some level. I don't know.
Unreal.
I don't know. But thank you for sharing that with us. I don't know if we said anything that was helpful.
Yeah, well, I guess the takeaway is you're okay to be upset about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Don't look at her social media. In fact, stay off
Block
the social media. Block them. And, you know, if he wants to try to explain to you what in the hell he was thinking, I guess maybe someday
he's going to be defensive.
He can try that, but
he's going to be defensive.
That's very, very unfortunate.
Well, that's a blood boiler to end this one on.
Yeah, now my chest hurts now.
Yeah, I need a lozenge.
A lozenge?
Yeah, my throat's dry. I think I've talked too much on this podcast.
This podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, babe. Well, I love you desperately.
I can tell.
I do. How's your humpy back?
See? Why would you even...
Give everybody an update. We're interested. You've been doing exercises.
You look at it. How is my humpy back?
We put it on
honey?
social media.
How is my humpy back?
Remember, you're doing the thing where
I do. Why did you bring it up right now?
Because I put my arm around you.
Because you noticed my humpy back?
No, because I put my arm around you.
How does my humpy back look, honey?
It looks better.
Okay, good. My humpy back's looking better, everybody.
All right, I love you desperately.
I love you.
I love your humpy back. I love our listeners desperately. But I'm sure we'll podcast again real soon. You know, if we keep going, we could just make this into 2 podcasts.
No, I'm out. My voice is going. I'm done.
And in the immortal words of the great Keanu Reeves, life is good when you have a good sandwich. Bye.